Have you ever had your heart suddenly start racing, your chest tighten, and you're hit with a sudden sledgehammer of fear that makes you think like as if you're just about to have a heart attack? Hi, my name is Paul Hunter and I'm a clinical hypnotherapist here at Cork Hypnosis Clinic. And I've helped lots of people over the years overcome panic attacks and anxiety so that they can get their lives back. If you've experienced panic attacks, then you know how frightening they can be. They come out of nowhere. So afterwards, you not only feared the panic attack, but you fear the feelings of having a panic attack. 1 minute you're fine. The next moment, suddenly you're hit by this massive thump of fear. And your heart races, your palms sweat maybe, and you start thinking the worst. You start thinking, am I going to die here? And of course, many people have told me those stories over the years. I've heard people saying, I genuinely thought I was going to have a heart attack. Or, I thought I was going to pass out. And of course, the real problem with panic attacks is not so much what happens during the panic attack, it's what happens after. You start worrying about, will I get another one? You become hyper aware of every sensation in your body. So the slightest little change in your breathing or a little bit of dizziness or a flutter in your chest can make you think, oh God, I'm going to have another panic attack. And over time, as my previous clients have told me, they've avoided going out to shopping centres, going to social situations. They've avoided going to work even in some cases because the panic has been so bad. So the net effect is your life slowly shrinks and your confidence erodes away. Left unchecked, panic disorder can be incredibly limiting. It can affect your work, it can affect your relationships, it can affect your sleep. As a matter of fact, it can affect your overall mental health, your well-being. And of course, I've heard loads of stories over the years of people who have stopped going to the gym, stopped going out shopping, stopped socializing, as the fear gradually took over. And of course, the more you experience panic attacks, it's quite likely the more afraid of them you'll become. So therefore, it now seems as if the panic attacks are getting stronger and more intense. But there is some very good news. Panic attacks are not dangerous. As a matter of fact, they're highly treatable. Here at Cork Hypnosis Clinic, I use a combination of hypnotherapy, EFT, NLP, and CBT to help to retrain your unconscious mind to regard those everyday situations as safe instead of dangerous. So rather than fighting panic, we aim to understand it better so that you can reduce your sensitivity and alertness so that you're now no longer aware of every single change in sensation in your body, so that your unconscious mind relaxes and no longer produces the same level of fear response, if any fear response at all. And the great news is that the vast majority of my clients for panic attacks who have ever come to see me have all successfully overcome their panic attacks. So with hypnotherapy, we retrain your mind to remember what safety feels like. Because when you're in the grip of panic attacks, it kind of feels as if that memory of safety has gone out the window. And CBT helps you to reframe thoughts so that when you have the really panicky thoughts, you can quickly change them into thoughts that you are actually safe. So if panic attacks have been controlling your life, maybe you'd like to click on the link just down underneath this video on YouTube That'll take you to the panic attacks page on my website, where you'll find more information, more resources, and ways in which you can contact me to schedule an appointment if you wish.